Hello, y'all. What's going on, Sleek Squad? This is Tea with the Diva, and I got one thing to ask y'all. How did anybody that worked in an office, if you can remember, what were y'all rules when Obama was running for office? Because when I worked at that place, and Obama was running for office, our rules was we couldn't put no signs up and we couldn't wear no paraphernalia. We couldn't wear any clothes with Obama on it. We could not hang anything outside our desk, on our desk, around our desk. We could not have anything with Obama on anything of ours. And when Trump ran, guess what? Trump everything. Trump everywhere. Trump, 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 Trump. And I just really want to know, did y'all have those same rules? Because I had just sat here and thought about that. That was a real thing. And then, once Trump got in office and was on his way to running, we was like, oh, y'all ain't gonna be able to be wearing that Trump stuff because they already done told us. We already knew. We couldn't wear nothing that said Obama. So y'all ain't gonna be able to wear nothing that say Trump. Shh. Trump, Trump, Trump. Every time you looked around, Trump, 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 Trump. Just Trump everywhere. 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 So I was just wondering what was the difference. But anywho, so what I decided is, when I have stories and stuff about the office, because I told y'all I was going to give y'all some of the stories. When I have stories about the office, I'm just going to label it Office Chronicles. And then, other stuff, I'll just label it whatever it is. But I'm just going to be talking about like Office Chronicles. This is a story time / Office Chronicle story or whatnot. But yeah, just chime in and tell me if you were somewhere when Obama was running, what was the rules when Obama was running versus the rules when Trump was running? If you stayed with that company during both of those elections, what were the rules for Obama and what were the rules for Trump? But anyway, so today I got a little story. Like I said, I wasn't perfect. So I'll give my imperfect story after I tell about the disparate treatment. How it was just disparate treatment. How I was just always singled out. So it was just one day. We used to have Jean Day on Friday. Jean Day, we could wear denim, jeans to work. The rules were just they couldn't be distressed, the pants with the holes in them and all of that stuff. Or they couldn't have writing on the bottom, or it couldn't be any shorts or anything like that. Those were the only rules. So this particular Friday, I wore my denim pants and I had a denim jacket. I always have loved denim jackets. I had a denim jacket and it was a set. And the jacket was cropped. It was short. But I had on a full shirt, tucked into my pants. And then I used to love these little bedazzled belts. So I had on one of my bedazzled belts. And I had to go and meet my daughter's father for lunch to get some money from him. So he came down, called me and told me he was outside. So I went outside to get the money from him. Said a few words, whatever. I stood outside the car, so I was outside 5 minutes, maybe, during lunch. And, we conversed a little bit, and then I came back in the building. Well, while I'm coming in the building, unbeknownst to me, there's a young lady following me. So I had no idea. So, of course, this is a huge building. And so, it's traffic. This is lunchtime. So it's just traffic. People coming in from smoking, people coming in from lunch, people coming in from meeting other people outside, just people coming from the cafeteria, just walking around, to their respective floors or whatever areas they were going to or coming from. So I wouldn't notice somebody just walking the same. So I had no idea that someone was following me. So I gets back to my area. And I don't know if it was my supervisor, the guy, the male that I talked to you guys about in the first video. He was the manager at the time. So I don't know if my supervisor approached me or he approached me. And they was like, "You didn't notice that lady that was just following you?" And I said, "No, what lady?" And they were like, "That lady, she was just following you." And I said, "Why? What'd she say?" She said she saw you outside and she just had to see where you worked. And I said, "Why? For what?" She said that you was just doing too much with the dress code, with the denim. And I said, "What? What is that? How am I doing too much? They not distressed. I mean, they fit, but they not distressed." So they ended up telling me, whoever this was like, "She's saying that you are doing too much. And this is the reason that they're going to stop us from wearing jeans because of people like me, and I stood out, and this is gonna make them not want to let us do this because this is a privilege that we're getting," because evidently she was somebody from HR. So I'm like, what? And why was she following me? What was it about my outfit? I don't know. I don't know if it was a crop jacket. I don't know if it was because my pants fit. Like I said, it was always something. So anyway, my manager, the guy, he ended up going to HR and letting them know, like, that was somebody from my area. She's fine. She usually can wear things that I think are on the brink of being against the dress code. But the jean outfit, I didn't see anything wrong with that. So there's no need for me to have a conversation. There's no need for me to have anything. I'm sorry that you feel this way, but it's just one person's opinion. So she's doing nothing wrong. So I won't do anything. Because, of course, they probably wanted him to, like, reprimand me. Like, put me on a written or put me on a verbal or say something. It was just always something going on with that. And, of course, every time I'm singled out, I will go do an assessment. So I went and did my assessment. Do y'all know it was 4 other people in my area that day with jeans that had the patches on the distressed jeans, like the holes in them, the patches and writing on them. Like, it was 4 girls with these jeans on that we aren't supposed to wear. But guess what? Nobody followed them. Nobody said anything to them. Nobody ever says anything to everybody. It got to the point where it was a running joke. Like, "Oh, nah, that rule only for you, Tanisha. That's so." I'm like, what? So they ain't say nothing to nobody else about this? No, that's a rule for you. That's a rule that only you got. We ain't get that rule. They ain't saying nothing else about that. It would always be like that. So that's not even the pettiest. That's just one of the petty things that would go on. And again, we're working with a whole lot of women. And I mean, I'm sure it was a lot of jealousy going on, but that was just ridiculous. But we can move on to the time that I did something wrong. One of the times that I did something wrong. So I told you, in this department, 20 years seniority is nothing. we had people with 40 years. So, of course, the people with the most seniority, be it for the vacation time. Most of the time, the same people got Christmas off. The same people got Thanksgiving. The same people got 4th of July. The same people get this time off. And then what the managers would do is go to them and just say, like, are you going anywhere this year? Or are you doing anything special? Because you've had the last 4 years off and we want to give it to somebody else. But this is the way that the union had set it up, that you just, the most seniority, get the time. So this particular year, I took my kids to Las Vegas. So I had spoke to my supervisor and I asked her if I could get the Christmas time off. And I believe us going back and forth and her, like, to me, I thought she had said, like, okay. But of course, I was supposed to have something in writing, documented, that said that I'm able to have the vacation. Even if she was able to talk to somebody and get it approved, I was supposed to make sure that I had it in writing, but I didn't. So I just figured that it was an agreement between me and her. I guess I probably should have followed up and made sure something was documented. But, I thought she was doing me a solid. So anyway, I ended up going to Las Vegas with the kids. And however this time went, I think initially I used 2 days of PTO. I think I started out the vacation using PTO. So I had to call in for that. So I had to call in one day and say, okay, I think I'm using PTO today. The next day I had to call in and say, I think I'm using PTO today. I forgot how that went, but whatever it was, initially I had to start my vacation off calling in and saying something. I forgot what it was, but so the next day she texted me and was like, what's going on? What happened? What you doing? And I said, you approved my vacation. And she texted me back and said, no, I didn't. Now, for context, this supervisor, although she and I were in an okay space most of the time, she was known to be sneaky, like real sneaky, like a set you up type to get fired. Like it was rumors that she was talking to one girl over her break time and then went back to the desk and then wrote her up about her being on break talking. No, she was talking to the girl and they was having a conversation at the window or the water cooler or whatever. And she got back to her desk and saw that the girl wasn't on break and wrote the girl up for talking to her during that time. So she was real sneaky, like, and conniving and couldn't be trusted. But I figured that she and I were in a good place where, this is my Christmas time. She ain't about to play with me about this. I know she know this serious. So anyway, she texted me and said, where you at? What you doing? I said, I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation. So she texted me back and said, it's not approved. I didn't approve. I couldn't approve your vacation. And I checked out like bad. I think I threatened her. I was like, I'm a beat you. And if something happened to my job, I'm going, ooh. And I just went off. And I just hung the phone up and went on with my vacation. And when I got back to work, the manager guy, the male, the black guy that was the manager at the time, when I got back from that vacation, he was like, bring yours in this office right now. And I'm like, wait, what did I do? He was like, what did you text that girl? And I said, no, I thought that she had approved my vacation. He said, that ain't what I asked you. I asked you, what did you text her? What did you say? And I was like, I said that I was going to be her butt. And I said that I was going I said, And I was like telling her what I said. And he was like, do you know she came to me with tears in her eyes, showing me what you sent her over there on that phone in text? And I was like, what? He was like, now what, you gonna take your out there and you gonna apologize to her. He was like, don't you ever put nothing in black and white where you threatening somebody and you talking to them like that. You don't never put that in no black. What makes you think you could text somebody and say that? I was like, I was mad. She was trying to play me because I thought we had agreed. He was like, I don't give a damn what you thought. You don't put nothing like that in writing. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was that. I thought she was the one wrong. He was like, you crazy. Now you get her in here, you apologize to her. I said, what? He was like, you lucky that she brought it to me. Because you know, if she'd have took it to somebody else, what would have happened? He was talking about the director lady that couldn't stand me. And I was like, dang, but I didn't even think it was that bad because I was just like, I just had told her that I was going to beat her butt if she played with my job like that. And I didn't think it was like that because that wasn't her fault. It was your fault. You didn't take care of your business. How you gonna get mad at her because you didn't take care of your business? I said, well, I thought she was gonna hook it up. And it was just, he said, you know it don't go like that. And don't you ever put nothing like that in writing again. And I was like, okay, ouch. So that's what I meant when I said that he be telling the truth and he like cuss us out and like put us in our place because that's what he had did that day. And then I told her like I was sorry. So I had apologized to her and, you know, let her know that, yeah, ultimately it was my responsibility. And before I went on that trip, I should have made sure that all my ducks were in a row and that I had an approval in writing in the computer and etched in stone. And I couldn't put that responsibility on her because although I did ask her to put in a word, do me a solid, and grant me that vacation time, that she didn't have to. I mean, when you ask somebody to do something, they could say yes, but they could also say no. So, like, that was nobody's fault but my own. And I will own that. And that is just like one example of like when I say that I wasn't perfect and I wasn't totally innocent in the situation. I mean, that wasn't just the only situation. I think that was kind of like the worst when it comes to that because I didn't, threaten nobody else or anything like that. But I did understand that I was wrong and yeah, we was better. See, it got cleaned up. It was way more of those situations about with them jeans, way more of those than it was of me doing wrong or saying the wrong thing. It was on me way more than I was on them because I couldn't even. It was just, and then there was too many of them. I'm only one person. It was just me. It was a whole lot of them. But that was just one of the examples of one of the Office Chronicles of the way that they definitely just, I don't know, I was just a hate magnet for everybody. And then just an example of one of the ways that I was imperfect myself. So yeah. Also, can y'all please tell y'all people to subscribe, like, comment, all of that, everything. Just bring them all. Your friends, your friends, your cousins, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your stepbrother, your husband, your side nigga, your wife, your side. I just need everybody's participation. Please subscribe. Yes, this is Tea with the Diva. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Oh, yeah, I also wanted to say, too. So, when I got in trouble, when I had to apologize, the way that I was reprimanded, So what ended up happening is most of my vacation went to PTO. So that year I had to use most of my PTO because I think I went like 6 days. So I had to use most of my PTO for my vacation because I had dropped the ball. I had fumbled the bag that quick, and that was my punishment. I could only use like 2 days vacation. So yeah, sometimes you just make a wrong decision and you know, the bad things happen. So yeah, that's how that went. But thank y'all. This tea with the diva. See y'all later.